Today's learning target is I can convert rates using dimensional analysis.
Today we're going to use something called dimensional analysis to help us convert from one unit to another. And let me show you here how dimensional analysis works. So here it asks us to convert 760 miles per hour, which I wrote right here, 760 miles per 1 hour, to miles per minute. So to how many miles in 1 minute. Now if we notice in this one, I can't just use my cross multiplication, my cross products to solve this, because while I do have miles on the top of both of these ratios, the bottom I have different units. I have hours down here and I have minutes down here. So when that happens, I can't use my cross products like this. I have to use dimensional analysis. Now my dimensional analysis is going to allow me to convert this miles per hour into miles per minute. So to do that, I'm going to use what I know about 1 hour, and there's 60 minutes in 1 hour. They're the same thing. And so here you see I've written that information, 1 hour to 60 minutes as a ratio, and here I just flipped it. It's the same thing, right? 60 minutes is in 1 hour. Now dimensional analysis is going to allow me to multiply this ratio right here by one of these ratios in order to convert miles to minutes. Now I know the first thing that I do when I multiply fractions is I'm going to simplify. Okay, and that's going to be important now in this step. So when I take a look at these two ratios here, I want to make sure that I can simplify and get rid of this 1 hour, because in the end I want to have miles per minute, not miles per hour. So look what happens when I move this one here and I multiply it by that. Now take a look here. I have 1 hour down here and 1 hour up here in the numerator spot. And I know that when I can multiply those, the first thing I do is simplify. Those are going to cancel each other out. And now by doing that, I've been left with 760 miles on the top, which is just like what I'm looking for, miles on the top. And at the bottom, 60 minutes, so I'm left with minutes on the bottom. So now I'm left with a ratio where I have the same units on the top, miles, and the same units on the bottom, minutes. And now I use my cross products to find the answer to this, just like we did the other day. So when I multiplied these two, I got 760, and when I multiplied these, I got 60 times x. And when I divided both sides by 60, I got x equals about, I had to round it, 12.7. And now I have to remember my label, which was miles per minute. So x is 12.7 miles per minute. So in this problem here, I'm asked to convert 4 quarts to liters, and then I'm going to need to round to the nearest hundredth. So the first thing I need to know is my conversion. So when I looked in the book, I found that 1 quart is approximately 0.946 or 946 thousandths of a liter. So I start by putting my conversion into a ratio, like I did right here. Now, I want to make that equal to the ratio 4 quarts in some number of liters. And now I know I can use my cross products to solve this ratio to make it so that they are equivalent or equal. So when I did my cross products, I times these two, and I got 1 times n, which is just n. And that equals approximately, because remember, this is an approximate, it's not exactly that conversion. And so that was 0.946 times 4, so I wrote that out as my equation. And when I multiply that out, n equals approximately 3.784 liters.